6 times a week, maybe 5-6 times a week. I'd love to be able to go back to doing it 7 days a week. I just don't know how I can possibly squeeze it in. The logistics of it all. We'll figure it out, though. We always do. Of course, it doesn't matter. You don't need me to take advantage of Spread Knowledge software. Get it yourself right here. Just click on the link in the description. It's $9 for 3 days. Actually, it's less than $9. How's that for a selling point? Sound like an infomercial? Less than $9 for 3 days for a trial. Or you can get the monthly plan, which is even cheaper. It's like $2 and change. You get all the picks from Spread Knowledge software. Of course, Charles Ormsby, the founder, designer of Spread Knowledge software, put it together. 4,000 data points come together to determine probability and value in sports betting. Takes those probability and value for each event surrounding a sporting matchup. Tennis, soccer, football, basketball, NBA, college, doesn't matter. NFL covers it all. Different soccer leagues, hockey, all covered in Spread Knowledge. The side, the money line, point spread, the total, assigns a letter grade to each side of that equation to determine the probability and value of that outcome. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means, is the risk worth the reward? We saw a ticket, we all saw it. It was posted all over the internet recently. Marshall on the money line to beat Rice, right? This was posted everywhere, right? This ticket where somebody bet $50,000 on Marshall to beat Rice. And they were 22.5-point favorites. The $50,000 yielded like $1,000. So it was huge outlay for a very small reward. But the probability you would think would be high. But it still can be, even though there's a high probability, it could still be a bad bet. And Spread Knowledge will tell you that. It grades the different events between A through F. And A, the good ones. The B's, also good. And for someone like me, if we're talking about report cards, it's about as good as it gets, right? A B. And then, C, for someone like Charles Ormsby, unbettable. D and F, well, doesn't get it done. But anyways, got someone's calling me right in the middle of the show. Might be Charles Ormsby. Who the hell knows? No, the game was boring to me. I thought it was terrible. Terrible game. I don't like those flag football games. Not my thing. Anyways, what it does is it takes every game on the board in every sport. Soccer, football, NFL football, college football, baseball, hockey, tennis, all the different soccer leagues, and it assigns the value to that event and based on probability and outcome. What we've done on this show over the past year, less than a year, is we've looked at different sporting events. We take just A and B rated picks. We put them to the test. Now, we went through a period, though, where there weren't enough A and B rated picks because there just wasn't a lot of games, COVID. So we threw in some C rated games, and not all those worked out for us. So our record is 181, 139, and 4. Still very, very profitable. Very profitable. And we're going to see if we can take it up another notch and continue to profit here. So, of course, this is just a very little. We do 2 picks a day. And it's just a very small piece of, what's available at Spread Knowledge, who has a rating on every single game on the board. So if you want to see more of what Spread Knowledge has to offer, just go over to their website. You click on the link, and you can do a 3-day trial for less than $10. Less than $9. It's less than $3 a day. If you can't afford $3 a day, as your friend, I will tell you, do not bet on sports. Do not bet on anything. Pay your bills. If you can't afford $3 a day, you can't afford to bet on sports. I will tell you that as someone that does this professionally. Anyways, let's get to our first pick of today's show. Not a lot of comments today. I guess I don't know. It's just not there for me. Not here in the comments. This game starts in just a few minutes. Whoopsie daisy. This one is Wofford up against Coastal Carolina. Spread knowledge likes Wofford. It covered my whole face. I know some people appreciated that, but there it is. Wofford B rated. Coastal C rated. So we want to bet on the B rated team and bet against the C rated team. You see that? Bet on the B rated team, bet against the C rated team. That's how easy it is. That's how easy spread knowledge is. Right there. That even we could do it, right? It looks fancy, it looks confusing, it looks difficult. And a matter of fact, Charles Ormsby approached every other sports betting site out there. You can name them all off the top of your head, right? All the other guys that kind of do what we do, not as good as we do, right? They just copy our shit, right? But he approached all of them. Nobody would give him the time of day. Well, not nobody. 7 companies responded to him. 7 total out of 100 that he contacted. We were one of them. The other 6 all said the same thing. This is too confusing. How confusing is this? It says B, that means bet it. C, do not bet it. It's the opposite side on the same game. You bet this team. You don't bet this team. How hard is this? It's that easy. The pick is Wofford. Of course, Charles Ormsby, we've seen him on this show a bunch of times. Kicks field goals on the side. He could easily kick in the MAC. That field goal was 45 yards. Look at this. Money. And he just looks at it. He's like, I got this thing all the way. It's like, there, no problem. I mean, easily clears. That thing's good. I mean, this is a 45-yard field goal. I'm telling you, that's good from 46. That's good from 46. No problem. Absolutely. Yep, the Bonnies. Me and Bittler did not agree on that pick. He liked Akron. It's okay. Brian gets a lot right, though. Everyone always hammers me when I'm wrong, and he's right. But, I said I think the Bonnies got a chance to win the A-10. I'm going to continue to say that. Smash that like button. Justin Tucker. Who the hell does he think he is? Anyways, if you haven't checked out Spread Knowledge, it's a great tool. Use it along with your own picks. I'll tell you where it kills it. It's college basketball. It just absolutely kills it. Kills it. I think it was 20-11 on Sunday. Something like that. No, that was me in my video picks. 20-11 on Sunday. 17-3. That's what it was. 17-3. Pick show. You want to talk about a pick show, Thomas Maddock? We got a pick show coming up at 6 o'clock. It's called The Drive-Thru. Tony T, Chris Ruffalo is on that show. Al Ninos, Damian Sosh, Shane Mickle, Vlad. I can't pronounce Vlad's name, but I like him. He's a nice guy. He's the happiest guy in handicapping. That's what Brian Bittler calls him. And, of course, Tony T and Chris Ruffalo. Yeah, it's a nice little program. It's called The Drive-Thru. We call it The Drive-Thru because the guys, they kind of just pop through, right? Just pop through. Let's get to our second pick for today's show so we can be off the air by the time the drive-thru is on. I'm kind of dry. The hell do you think you are? Thomas Maddock bought SK. Nice. Yep, William and Mary. That was me. My dog of the day. William and Mary, you're my dog of the day. That's what people say to me in Vegas. A lot. Speaking of Vegas, so Joe Kavanaugh's on here. He's a friend of mine. He can tell you the damage that we do at the craps table. It's like a lot of people, they go to Vegas like, oh, man, I broke even. I feel like I won. It's like they obviously never went with us. Obviously never went to the craps table with Joe Kavanaugh and myself. Not the first time we absolutely pounded a craps table either. Anyways, let's get to our second pick for today's show. It's going to be Tennessee Volunteers. Joe Kavanaugh says about our craps game, damage. We crushed. I mean, the last time I played craps with Kavanaugh was at O'Shea's. And I got to tell you, man, if you ever saw Steve Monahan on the show, his girlfriend, Carmela, she rolled, then I rolled, then Joe Kavanaugh rolled. By the time the three of us rolled, we couldn't even carry the chips to the thing, and they even changed us up. That's how many chips we had. But Spread Knowledge likes Tennessee. It says lay the bundle. Game of the year if you like fantasy football. Game of the year if you like fantasy football. I did not like that game last night. Didn't care. Game of the year if you like fantasy football. Are there 91 points? Not my thing. 89 points. 47-42. 89 points. Lots of good, hard-hitting defense. Speaking of hard-hitting defense, how about them Vols? Laying 19 points against App State. Spread Knowledge says go. When your wallet says no, Spread Knowledge says go. There it is. So our two picks for today, Tennessee and Wofford. Two favorites for SK. Tennessee and Wofford. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. If you want to get picks and ratings on all the games, and remember what our competitor said about Spread Knowledge when Charles Ormsby approached him. It's too hard. No one will get it. It's too hard. I don't understand it. Well, one says B. The other one says C. The grading scale is from A to F. Okay? How hard is this, right? The A's are the good ones. The F's are the bad ones, right? So one's a B and one's a C. You take the B, right? I don't know. How hard is this? How hard is it? Not that hard at all. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I had a great time. Oh, man, I was so tired doing the halftime show last night. I owe you guys a couple cheerful, happy shows. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to stay tuned for the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our picks, Tennessee and Wofford. We got a whole bunch of people coming on. Alex Smart, Chris Ruffalo, Al Ninos, Rod Zawacki, Shane Mickle, Vlad, Damian, and Tony T. All on the drive-thru at 6 p.m. All giving out free picks on tonight's action. Have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 10. Be sure to stay tuned. Watch the drive-thru at 6.